We're predicting the onslaught of runs from the Atlanta Braves to continue over this 3-game series against the Cleveland Guardians. I'm Zach Blackerby. He's Lindsay Crosby, both with BravesToday.com. And we've got 3 bold predictions for this upcoming series, all in favor of your Atlanta Braves. Lindsay, let's start it off with probably the least bold of all of them. Matt Olson will have a home run in all 3 games this series.
Matt Olson's on an absolute heater. You may not realize, but in the last 15 games, he's hit 10 home runs. I mean, Matt Olson's slugging from June 15th through July 2nd is 968. That's not his OPS. That's just his slugging.
Ridiculous.
His OPS is 1362. He is on the hottest of heaters. He also has 6 doubles and a triple. So he has more extra base hits than we have played games in that stretch. I feel like some solo shots or multiple runs, it really feels like he's going to send 3 out when you're in Cleveland.
I'm with you. And we were talking about it during the game. Friday hit a home run, then he hit a triple, and it's like, oh, he could go for the cycle. And it's like, no, I'm not going for the cycle. I'm gonna get another home run. It's like, okay, Matt, we see what you're doing. All right, yeah, Matt Olson will have a home run in all 3 games. That is bold prediction number 1. Another bold prediction for the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta will have a 5-run first inning. Lindsay, they've been red hot to start games this season.
Atlanta has more 5-run first innings in the last 8 days, because they've had 3 of them, than any other team has had in baseball all year. The next closest to Atlanta on 5-run first innings is the Arizona Diamondbacks. They've had 2 all season. Atlanta's had 3 in the last week. They have, I think, 7 on the season. And so easily lead all of baseball in first inning runs. Every one of those players, Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna, lead in just about every offensive category in the first inning. And they're the only guys in baseball with 25 or more hits in the first inning. You even saw in game, I think it was game 2 of the Marlins series, Atlanta got 3, or maybe it was game 3. Atlanta got 3 or 4 guys on base and just couldn't quite seem to pull the trigger to get that big inning. They have one in them. It's coming against Cleveland.
That's right. So Atlanta will have a 5-run first inning in one of the 3 games against the Cleveland Guardians. Our final bold prediction entering this series, Gavin Williams, Guardians pitcher, will get rocked. That is our final bold prediction, Lindsay.
Yeah, so we saw what Atlanta did to Yuri Perez. He had an ERA of under 1.5 entering that outing, had given up 1 earned run in the month of June. And when he left, his ERA had gone up by over a full run because he gave up 7 hits and 6 runs in a third of an inning. Gavin Williams is one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball, and deservedly so. He's had 2 starts at the major league level. His debut against Oakland, 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs with 3 walks. We know, Braves fans know that Oakland is a wagon. They took 2 out of 3 from Atlanta. But I feel like Gavin Williams has a little bit of false confidence because he had a really good outing in his second game. 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts, no runs. But it was against Kansas City in Kansas City. It's a pitcher's park. It's a really bad roster. He's never faced a lineup as potent, as hot, and as easily able to just roll up multiple runs as the Atlanta Braves, and he's doing it in a park that's not a pitcher's park. It is dead even, like 99 park factor, dead even between hitting and pitching. And so Atlanta is definitely going to take advantage of the youngster and maybe his inexperience of dealing with guys at the caliber of a Ronald Acuna Jr., of a Matt Olson, of an Austin Riley.
And obviously the pitching here, there's a physical aspect. I mean, he's going to have to place it at the right spots and all of that and put some heat on it. But for a young pitcher like Gavin Williams, you got to think the mental aspect of it. Like, there's no relief in this lineup. It's not like, okay, if I can get through the first 2/3, 7, 8, 9, I can breathe for a second, because it's like, no, because Michael Harris is ready to pop at any moment. I mean, so it's just, that has to wear you down if you're a young pitcher.
You have starters for the All-Star game at number 1, at number 5, and at number 8 in the lineup. Like, it's not an easy lineup. You have All-Stars, MLB All-Stars at 1, at 2, at 3, at 4, at 5, and at 8 in the lineup. And Michael Harris was one of the runners up despite missing some time. So absolutely risky.
Yep, absolutely. And you can find all the information about this series and beyond over at bravestoday.com. For Lindsay Crosby, I'm Zach Blackerby. Click that subscribe button.